Understand this, and your mind will be freed from any sort of attachment that you have towards whatever situation you're living in. Understand that if you're out of shape, if you're unconfident, if you have no money, if you're working a job that you don't like, whatever the case may be, all of this is happening because of an accumulation of every single day that you've spent living, every single hour accumulated into this very moment that you're living in right now. And what you need to understand is if you don't like that, focusing on the past is not going to change that you're at where you're at right now because it was accumulated over time. But what is so freeing about that is the fact that you have this present moment, you have right now. So you right now have the power to create whatever it is that you want. So the moment you understand that is the moment that you will start taking daily actions towards building the life that you actually want to live. Because over time, you will get there. It will just be a matter of time, but you have to actually do the things that will push the needle forward, that will push your life in the direction that you want to live, right? If you want to live a certain lifestyle, if you're out of shape, let's start with that one, right? You're out of shape. You're mad at yourself for being out of shape. You're mad. You're saying, "Man, I'm out of shape. I'm fat. Nobody likes me. Nobody respects me. My woman doesn't look at me with eyes of lust. My woman sees me as someone who can't get no other women. Guys don't respect me when I walk in a room." This is terrible. See, that mindset, I understand why you think that way and I understand why you feel that way, right? Because if you're at your lowest point in life, of course you're going to start feeling feelings of doubt at some point because you haven't exactly showed yourself that you should be appreciative of who you are. You can't be exactly confident when you've spent all your days doing things that are steadily declining you. It's understandable. But what you need to understand is that you can just stop focusing on all of that because that's already gone. What you're at right now, that's where you're at because of your past actions. But the present moment is freeing because you understand that the now is all you really have. Back in the days when you were accumulating those actions, guess what? The now was all you had at that current moment. Now it's just gone. It's a memory. It's a distant memory. The only physical, tangible evidence that you have that the past was real is you right now. Your situation, everything that you're going through. Whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's financial status, whether it's your physical body. So when you understand that, now if you don't want to be out of shape, don't get mad at yourself, your previous self for doing actions that did not align with the man that you wanted to be. Start taking action today. Start formulating a plan saying, "Okay, you know what? I don't like this situation. So now, moving forward, this is what I'm going to do. Now, moving forward, I will not break my word when it comes to this. This is what I will do. I will make sure it happens because I want to live this life 4, 5 years from now, a year from now, 6 months from now, whatever the case may be. The time is going to pass regardless, right? The time is going to pass either way. So whether it is you want to become more confident, right? You're unconfident. You're tired that you can't talk to women and you're mad at yourself for being an incel and you blame yourself and you look back and you say, "Well, I'm an incel because of this and this and this and this and this." When the moment you understand that the now is so powerful because the now, all it takes to change your life is one decision. The now, all it takes is just one decision. That's it. The past is gone. The now is here. The future will come, but the future will be an accumulation of the now. This current moment accumulated over time, that's what the future is. The past is the present moment accumulated and now we're at the present moment. But understand that the power of this is that all it takes is one decision for you to change and become who you really want to be and live the life that you really want to live because you start taking action towards that consistently over time. That's why my channel talks about consistency. That's why my channel talks about discipline. That's why my channel talks about, making that decision. Because once you develop that mindset and you understand that all you have is the present moment, all you have is the now, and then you pair that with being consistent, and then you pair that with being disciplined, and then you pair that with visualizing the life that you want to live, eventually you will get there. You will get there. But it all takes one decision. It all takes you to say, you know what? I'm actually going to commit to this. I'm actually going to do this. And the moment you do that, you will start seeing your life change. But if you keep on continuing pitying yourself for making mistakes in the past, then guess what? Your life's not going to change at all, because all you're focused on is on a moment that's not even here, a moment that's a figment of your imagination, a moment that is gone every second. This second, right? The beginning of this video is already gone. The camera allows us to rewatch and relive that moment, but that minute, that second is gone. That's it. This is the youngest you will ever be. This current second, every second that goes by, that is the youngest you'll ever be. Why? Because the present is constantly moving along. So understand that, when people say time is a man-made concept, yes, time is a man-made concept. But understand that the reason why, and I was thinking about this today, I'm like, why is it that we have this thing called time to where we measure it within 24 hours, right? And I started to think about it and I said, that's why time management is so important. Why do you think time management is so important? Because another thing I was thinking about the other day is how video games are so fun. They're so addictive, right? Because I was looking at some videos from Black Ops 2 back in the day, and I'm like, man, those were the times. Those were some fun times, fun games. And I really sat here and thought about it, and I'm like, why is it that I don't play any video games? I don't play any video games, none. I don't play video games. I don't watch movies, except 2 days out of the week is the only days I'll watch a movie occasionally, right? But other than that, I don't spend as much time as I used to doing those things. Why? Because it's too fun. It's too much fun to the point where you lose track of time. And when you start losing track of time, you start losing track of your life, right? Because you only have one life. And if you're not focusing on what direction you want it to go in, then your time is going to pass by. Eventually, you're going to look up. You're going to see yourself. You're going to be wrinkly. You're going to look at yourself in the mirror. You're going to say, wow, I'm 80 years old. What did I do with my life? I didn't do anything with my life because I was playing video games all day. I was enjoying the small little things like, playing video games, going on the websites, all those things. For what? What did it amount to? Nothing. Short pleasure. But back to my point, I didn't mean to ramble on so long, but back to my point of what is time useful for, right? 24 hours. And why is time management so important? Some of you guys need to start understanding the reason why time management is so important is because if you don't take an hour and you say, okay, I'm going to use this hour for this, then that hour will pass. And if you take the next hour and you say, okay, I'm not going to use it for this specifically, then that hour will pass. And all that time is gone. All that time is constantly just leaving, right? Because like we said before, the present moment is all you have. So time management is important because it's a healthy thing to adopt for your life if you actually want to build a productive life, right? Because you got to be conscious of what you're doing with your time. You can't just be playing video games. Listen, bro, if you want to play video games, go for it. Video games are fun, but you got to time management. You got to put a specific block, right? Shit, I just saw that they have a Black Ops 6 coming out. I just saw that they have GTA 6, I've seen that for a minute, but Black Ops 6, I might have to try that one. We'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna look into it, but yeah, that's the reason why I don't play video games. But yeah, guys, don't focus on the past. Focus on the present moment because that's all you got. Let's go, baby. Peace out.